So anyway, have you guys heard of a movie called Mutiny? It's directed by Jean-Francois Richer. He's French, of course, and the main star of the movie is not a Frenchman, he's an Englishman. And he's played by Jason Statham. He's a British guy who's known for a lot of action movies back in the 2000s era. Do you remember the Transporter movies when you were a kid? It's one of my dad's favorite movies. It's about like a mercenary driver who gets involved in criminal activities or something. Is that the plot for the Transporter? It has a picture of the guy who has two handguns that kind of look like Lara Croft. So do you think Jason Statham is kind of like the guy version of Lara Croft? Possibly. I don't really know if girls carry guns or not. I think when you think of action heroes, they're mostly guys, not girls. I never met a girl before. I wish I could. Lots of boys meet girls in movies and TV shows. Why not meet a girl in real life? That would be kind of cool. But the girl I wish to meet are British girls. But the problem is, I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, and Los Angeles, California. There's nobody living in Las Vegas and LA. They're one of the most boring cities I ever lived in my whole lifetime. I know it's because my dad likes to go hiking in Las Vegas, but I don't know. I don't know what type of friends I have here in Las Vegas. I was a very lonely kid growing up here in Las Vegas because I used to spend lots of time watching videotapes about trains and airplanes and also playing computer games all day long. I never went outside to play with other kids. I stayed inside watching videotapes and playing computer games all the time instead of going outside and play. I did go on a trip to London, England, and I thought it'd be really cool to make friends with the kids there, which I never did. My friendship education was really poor back in 2005. Hopefully if I come back to London, England, I think it'll be really cool to make friends with the local kids, don't you think? Maybe I'll make friends with a British girl. Don't you think that would be really cool? I would love to go out with a British girl someday. That would be kind of sweet. But the problem is, I stay in Las Vegas and LA way too long. It feels like I'm stuck in a prison camp. I cannot leave the place because my parents forced me to stay here because they want me to get a job in the film industry in LA. LA's going to be one of the most boring cities I ever lived in. There's nothing in LA anyways. Just filmmakers, movie stars, art museums, hills, big giant steep roads. That's LA in a nutshell. Why can't I live in a really flat surface world instead? And my biggest problem about LA, it's too many. Maybe I'm too culture shocked about England. When my mom took me to England and I was watching the Harry Potter movies, they can kind of give me a culture shock. I think the Harry Potter movies are for girls, don't you think? So let's not talk about British people right now. Let's talk about a movie called Mutiny. What's the story in the movie? It's about a soldier who is framed for killing his boss in the cargo ship. And that's where the bad guys take over a cargo ship by killing the businessman who's the owner of the cargo ship. That sounds kind of a stupid plot for an action movie. What type of storyline is that? I thought it was going to be like a political or crime thriller. Instead, it's kind of like a Die Hard storyline on the cargo ship. It says about some guy who wants revenge against the people who killed his boss. Well, yeah, kind of like the Spider-Man movies. It's always about revenge against criminals for killing for killing their family members. Like Spider-Man, he wants revenge against criminals for killing his uncle. And Batman, he wants revenge against criminals for killing his parents back when he was a kid. What about Superman? Does he want revenge against natural disasters or blowing up his planet, killing both of his parents? What about Iron Man? He wants revenge against the Taliban or Al-Qaeda for capturing him and torturing him. Some of the actors in the Mutiny movie are British, and some of them are other European nationalities. The one guy is Danish, and the other guy is Lithuanian. And there's one guy who played Taran. He's an Asian British guy. He's like Chinese or something. Yep, he's Chinese from London, England. So the new Mutiny movie is like a British action film. I can't think, do you know any action movies made by the British? Well, the James Bond movies are very famous British action movies. It's about a guy who wants revenge against terrorists for killing the secret agents overseas. There's a picture of that bold guy with the MP5 submachine gun. How do I know about the Mutiny movie? When I was at the movie theater, there's a poster of that creepy bold guy with a handgun, and he's hanging on some boat area or something while the battleships are in the background. Is this gonna be a Navy battleship movie? That would be kind of cool, but no, it's not a battleship movie. It's about some guy who wants revenge against the criminals for killing his boss in the cargo ship. I don't know, this movie might be too stupid to watch. When you think of action movies starring this guy, they're kind of stupid. But the action scenes are fun to watch, but the storyline might suck anyways. I saw the trailer for the Mutiny movie of Jason Statham. The trailer was actually pretty good, but the storyline might be kind of stupid though. The plot line in this movie is about a police officer who has to fight human traffickers. Well, that's a lot different from the description you read, like a guy who wants revenge against criminals for killing his boss. He was framed for murder of the crime. So it's about a police officer who has to he was a former cop who is kind of like a secret agent or a superhero who has to fight human trafficking. So the cargo ship is like a human trafficking scheme. What is human trafficking anyways? Human trafficking is like a crime of kidnapping people from foreign countries or something like Asians. What's human trafficking? I don't really know what that is. Sounds like a terrible thing. It's worse than drug trafficking, but kidnapping, smuggling people from one country to another, where foreigners don't even have visas to get to America or other countries. They're like illegal migrants. And the hero in the movie, the British guy, his job is to rescue all these people, the human trafficking victims. So he's kind of like a superhero, like Spider-Man, Superman. But the action scenes in the movie are very brutal. But have you seen the military officers in the movie? They're reading his files. They're not British Army guys. They're U.S. Army men. They're actually Navy men, but they're kind of like U.S. Army men according to their uniforms. I don't know. Is that the type of uniforms that Navy guys wear? They're on an aircraft carrier, but what's the situation? They're gonna fire on an aircraft carrier to blow a cargo ship? What the hell is going on? What's the story? It sounds kind of stupid, don't you think? The battleships might be cool in it. Are they gonna gun down the hero in the movie because he's a psychopath? What's happening? Is the army guys the good guys in the movie and the British guys the bad guy? What's going on here? I don't understand this movie at all. So, should I go see Mutiny? I'll think about it, but I don't know. Some of you guys could turn the Mutiny movie into a Lego animation. It sounds kind of cool for a Lego animation. Can you imagine you could do a Lego animation based on this movie? Like, we've seen in trailers how he beat the crap out of people. It sounds kind of cool to make a Lego animation out of, like, the movements of how they beat the crap out of them. Did they do that in Call of Duty? I actually don't remember. Don't you think that guy looks like a Call of Duty character, like a soldier in a Call of Duty game? That would be kind of cool. If they make a Call of Duty movie, I think Jason Statham could be the star in the movie. I don't know if he's too old to be a soldier. He could be like a veteran soldier, like a special ops, like mercenary secret agent commando. Secret agents are mostly old guys, but I don't want to might be too old to be a soldier. So, are you guys looking forward to see the Mutiny film? Maybe I don't know if I want to see it or not. It might be too stupid. Well, you know, action films at this time of year, they're kind of stupid. They all come out kind of cool to make out of Lego if you want to make action scenes where a guy beats people up. There's tons of YouTube Lego animations of a hero beating people up. It sounds cool for a Lego animation, but the action scenes might be too violent to do in real life. Don't you think the person that's done, the actor would have been dead if the British guy beats him up? Sounds kind of scary, don't you think? And the movie's directed by a French guy, and his name sounds kind of girly.